we're gonna get on to the main segment of today, which is probably why you clicked on the video. How to find your personal style. So of course, today I know that it can be kind of hard to find your own personal style in the world of social media. You know, with many people becoming fashion NPCs, fear of God essentials, I'm looking at you. You know, how do you set yourself apart from the crowd is kind of the question. So of course, starting from the top, one, be consistent, don't flip-flop, don't be an urban cowboy one day and then opium core the next day. You gotta pick a lane and kind of stay in it. Otherwise, people are just gonna be confused, especially your friends and family, the people who know you. It's just gonna be weird. Second, buying quality. So personally, I only buy clothes from made in Canada, made in USA, or made in Japan. And this is gonna kind of filter out a lot of the crap to begin with. So just focus on buying quality and you're already off to a good start just by doing that. Avoid fast fashion. The fast fashion places, obviously the quality is not gonna be as good. People can tell, fabric's not as nice, and they usually chase trends. So no matter what, if you go into a big fashion, fast fashion retailer, everything is gonna be more trend oriented and it's kind of hard to avoid that. Next up, I recommend people also do a little bit of thrifting of items. So thrift jackets, jewelries, hats, accessories. Find unique items that other people can't wear. For example, like Justin, his hat, you can't go buy that hat anymore. You know, like it's something that's unique. You can't get it anymore. If you go to a thrift store, you can find stuff kind of like this. No one else is gonna be able to have it. It's gonna be a unique item that is unique to you. So that's a cool way to set yourself apart. Look up style icons. So maybe don't look too much on TikTok and Reels and all that. Look up the guys who are like the legends of style. So for myself, I have Steve McQueen, James Dean. Those are two guys that I really look up to and always look to for inspiration on outfits and the pieces they had, and just kind of try to absorb that because those guys really looked amazing and their style is really timeless. Speaking of which, invest in classics. Don't chase the trends. Don't worry about the Margiela tabbies or those big red boots that everyone was buying or whatever. Stick with the classics. They're gonna always stay classic, so they're always gonna look good and you don't have to constantly buy new stuff. And then because you're buying classics, you can spend a little bit more. For example, this jacket here, I've had this for about 10 years now. When I got it in Japan, it was kind of a big expense for me. It was 80,000 yen at the time, which was about $800 US, which 10 years ago was a lot more money than it is now. But I've had it since then. It's still in great condition. Nothing's broken, everything's working. I get a lot of compliments on it. I've worn it a ton in the fall and winter time. And so it's just a great jacket that kind of, it's not something you see often and has really served me well. Even though it was a high price in the long run, it's totally worth it for sure. Buy pieces that are interchangeable. So think of things that you want to be able to mix and match. Sometimes there'll be some really cool like statement pieces that you want, but the problem is they're hard to mix and match with other items, and then you end up only being able to wear them with certain outfits. But if you have stuff that you can mix and match and all go together, it's gonna make dressing up super easy. You can just kind of put it all on. If you have a hard time kind of figuring out what things to look for in your kind of genre or the look that you're going for, definitely check out Japanese fashion magazines if you have access to them, because they can be a really good resource on kind of finding like the different items that go together and mix well. Okay, quick tip, don't shop at the mall. That's all I'm gonna say. Make sure your items fit and complement your body. So we'd have like really short guys wearing tall tees and it just looks bad. You don't wanna be the guy who looks like you're wearing your dad's suit. Also, don't forget to shop in according to your lifestyle. So if you drive a lot, like Terry, he tends to wear a lot shorter jackets, like bomber jackets, whereas, you know, Vincent, he doesn't drive, so he wears a lot more longer coats, which is more appropriate for when you're outside and you're on public transit, you're walking around. Driving with long coats is not the best time. Oh. Finally, wear things that reflect your interests. Almost all the time when I'm outside, I have a camera around my neck because that's one of my main interests. So it's kind of like part of my look. I don't wear it as an accessory, but it is, you know, something that makes me stand out. Most people, when I see them on the street or I go to my local grocery store, they remember me because I have the camera. Finally, just follow your gut. don't stress about it too much. At the end of the day, if you're already thinking about this and you're watching this video, you're probably in the top 5% of all men who dress, because most guys don't even think about it at all. I just want to get everyone's opinion. I think Justin should go first because he's looking so great.
Oh, thank you. I don't have that much to say. I only have 2 things, but I think they're quite important. The first thing is no Instagram, no TikTok, no Pinterest. Don't get inspiration from that. Get it from somewhere else. Pick up a book. Different website. Just don't go to like the main like social media platforms for inspiration for your outfits. The second thing, I'm not gonna make it too long, but the way you dress and the way you present yourself in everyday life is supposed to be enriching to yourself. You're supposed to enjoy it. It's supposed to be like, it's supposed to give meaning. Don't stress about it. You know, it's supposed to be an enjoyable time in the morning, like putting together your outfits, or maybe the night before, the evening before, putting everything together, making sure it looks good. It's supposed to be good for you. It's supposed to be enjoyable. This is supposed to be, dare I say, a hobby, or for some people, like, I mean, their livelihood. That's all.
Thank you for that positive energy, Justin. I like that.
So I got 2 things. Like legit, look at measurement charts, man. Like it sounds like a joke, or be like, oh, he's like the customer service guy. No, man, I bought so many pieces when I was younger, trying to find my style, and just like they just never fit. There's nothing more discouraging than that. Like look at that. Like in the regular jackets, I'm an XL. In the heritage jacket, I'm a double XL. Look, see how it's sized. Like get yourself measured, write down your measurements, so you'll have in theory of what an outfit will sit on your body like before you've even put it on. That's 1. And 2, go hang out with a bunch of different people. If you're like, oh, this isn't the type of person I hang out with, or this isn't the crowd, or I don't hang out with the art kids, I don't hang out with the skaters. When you hang out with so many different people, they're all gonna have different quote unquote like outfits or styles. So when you see a piece that you like, you can take it from them. Like good examples, I wasn't really into Goodyear Welch shoes or loafers before I met Garett. I didn't really wear beanies before I saw all the guys here wearing beanies. I had a very different style before coming here, and I think it's been very fine-tuned coming down to it. So the more creative people you hang out with, the more wacky things you'll see and the more wacky things you'll wear, and you'll get like, you'll slowly start reducing your style down like a sauce.
It's true.
Yeah.
You only get better.
Yeah, you'll only get better. Also, like really, just have 1 pair.
Unless you become rich and famous, then it gets worse.
Exactly, yeah. It's super worse because you can't buy style. And just get like 3 pairs of pants that are all reliables. Like a trouser, a chino, and some denim jeans from us. And everything else will just fall into place after. Because when you have your classics, you don't really have to stress about anything because the shirt's just a shirt or whatever.
What were you saying to me earlier about the old heads?
What about them?
Weren't you saying something like look up to the old people, like the old style
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. Look at like the old dudes, man. They're wearing the classics before like these like stupid fashions we've had, and they had a very distinct style. So like if you not necessarily want to rip someone's style, but if you want like a good inspiration, you go to it like anything in the world. Like if you're playing a sport or whatever, man, those old dudes look really good. I forget his name. But Jacques Monteau or something like that. No.
Jacques Cousteau.
It's a different French guy, but he always used to wear a duffel jacket. Search up duffel jacket and you see the French guy that wears it, and he has a distinct style. And I'd love to dress like that. Or like you could go go to like watch people doing trades. Like I really like dressing like a sailor sometimes. So like I try to get that same silhouette. You don't need the exact same pieces. You just need a similar silhouette and make it work for your body, man. But yeah, look to the old heads. The people above you especially, because they'll probably have more access to money than you do. That means they have more access to better pieces than you do.
They also have time.
Yeah, they have time because like, I don't know, but they just do.
Because they're older.
That's it. Yeah, they're old as hell, man. You guys are old as hell, dude. All right, that's it. So who's next?
I can talk a little. I just feel like I can share my 2 cents or my little fashion story here. I always felt like a little bit of an outlier. I don't come from the world of fashion at all. Like, to be honest, it was never one of my things. I was always a bit more into just, I guess you could say, I came about clothes as more like a performance thing. So I was really into the outdoors, and like my search for quality started off with me just being like freezing in the bush, which is like, I'm sure many of you actually have that experience, and it sucks. It really it's really unpleasant, especially knowing when you're locked in there for a couple more days before you can get back to like civilization. So it kind of came from there. So I was really looking for like a lot of performance products. So I was really into like wools and stuff like that, especially like merino was all the rage back today, and it still is. Definitely love my merino. So that's kind of like where I came from, like a past of like performance fabrics, and that leads to things that last a long time, that are really robust and durable, and like I can take a beating. And landing me here, right here, Naked Famous over here, with the jeans and everything like that there. So you can come from different paths. Some people spend more time, like, vernissage or social event and like kind of cool trendy areas. It doesn't always have to be like that. You can just kind of just be interested in one thing that's kind of tangentially related, and then you can work around making some items that you have follow the rules that maybe your coworkers had. So I learned a lot about fashion working here from like my coworkers here, like Garett, Vincent, everyone else, Tristan, etc. So like I kind of learned from them, but I don't really lose myself in absorbing them. So like I kept some things always make me like I always have like my watch that never changes, and I have my preferences there. Like I stubbornly stick to like zero drop footwear. It's like I'm not going I'm not going with the big heels and everything, despite like there's big boot pressure here in this building. Let me tell you what, there's big boot pressure, but I stick with that there because feeling like, for example, that the clutch pedal on like a manual car and stuff like that, like I always felt like, hey, that's me, that's what I do. And having those, I think, like personal touches to how you just present yourself or how you live your life and communicate things kind of adds part of your personality and makes you like memorable, like that's who you are, and it may not be objectively the best or the coolest, but it also adds a little bit of that personal touch, which is style. So there you go. That's kind of like my 2 cents, my little voyage of discovery after coming here at TATE and YOKO. Anything there, Max?
Me,
I look up to you,
slightly
Max.
similar. I come from more like outdoor background, and I used to like any like high-tech fabric, but at some point I figured out that for most people Gore-Tex is overkill, so I used to bike with my wax cotton jacket and wearing jeans like on my bike too, and realized that it's just okay for most activities, like the jungle cloth here that's really resistant to wind, so I can't wait to try it, like going hiking with this and just passing by people wearing their very lightweight outdoor stuff. And yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Max.